Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Picnic Table Chat Show. This is episode 19 of season 4, which means we're like close to 80 episodes or something crazy like that. It's absolutely insane. We've done loads of these now, as well as loads of videos. I'm just going to say a little announcement. We have done over 300 videos now on the Ants on the Rock YouTube channel. So well done us, I suppose. Little clap to me. I don't know. But loads of videos, loads of content, and tons of these episodes for you to watch. You might notice I'm a little bit sweaty. It is hot as heck in the ant corner right now, but it's finished. All the lights are in, all the ant colonies are in. I would do another tour, but you've had plenty and plenty of tours lately. We might have a little flick round the different enclosures in a minute. I just got behind me, actually. I'm doing it in front, but it's actually behind me. It's the multi-species tank there, just in front of us. The Polyrhacus dives are going absolutely nuts. I put in probably 20, 30, 40 or so little brown crickets. Wow, they're going nuts for them. Not live, obviously. They were already pre-frozen, killed, and ready. And I just sliced them up just to open them up and get the ants going a bit. And that's the result. Quite a few ants. And quite a few beetles, but there's quite a lot of ants there, let's be honest. They have been going absolutely nuts lately. They are doing a massive expansion project, and I mean massive. It's like half the size of the nest that was already there on top of it again. It's pretty big. I'll show you in a second. Very impressive. I did do a little short on my YouTube channel just last night. It's had like 600 views or something. Yeah, they've just been non-stop. I keep chucking in little bits of sphagnum moss because I'm not going to be here to monitor them for a few days. I'm not going into it now because I don't want to go into it on stream, but I'm not going to be here to monitor them for a few days. So I'm trying to make sure all the building gets done now before I'm not able to keep an eye on it, because they're building so the barriers. It's kind of scary, right? They're really, really close to the barrier. I'm going to show you, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to build their way out. At the minute, they've stopped in line with the barriers. We'll see. So I'm just going to close off this camera, and we're going to, so that's the one we want. That's the solar. Right, hold on. Here we go. Let's have a little look. Ooh, so, looking, oh, kind of hard with it all kind of blurry, but yeah, they are building a massive project just up there, as you can probably see. Ants everywhere. Pretty crazy stuff. Let's go back into there for now. We want to go there. So in a minute, or maybe not in a minute. God, I'm so hot. I'm gonna turn this camera, the live feeding camera, off because it just overheats at the minute, and then everything dies. And whoa, I am so right. So in the tanks at the minute, it is 30 degrees. I've got no heating on, no nothing, and it is 30 degrees, and I am absolutely roasting. Offer them more contact points around the bottom. Yeah, that's a good idea. I could do that so that they expand outwards that way. That's really smart thinking, Katrina. Actually, to be honest, I haven't even thought about it. I've kind of been watching it. Well, you know what I've been like lately. I've been so hectic lately that I just hadn't got around to thinking about it. And like, oh yeah. Yeah, it's just been ridiculous. So I do need little bits of advice like that. I'm just turning this camera off a second. We're going back to watching that. Just because, why not? There's loads and loads of ants. And I'm just going to do a little magic trick. Just quickly. And ta-da! I'm in a different shirt. It was so hot. I didn't want to ruin my shirt by sweating in it because it's white. So I'm in a red shirt now. It won't matter. Whoop-de-doo. So yeah, the dives I'm building, it's absolutely crazy. Totally get it. Yeah, no, definitely. That's a really good idea. I'll see what I can do before I disappear and whatnot. I haven't got a lot of supplies like that with me anymore. I need to restock on things like that. So it'll be fine. We'll sort it. But there's ants running around on the camera. Oh dear, oh dear. So the Polyrachus dives, believe it or not. So I was sat on the other side of the ant room, which is my bedroom, and there was a Polyrachus dive right next to me, and we were like, oh my god, there's an ant out, but just the one. So I think we're okay. It was probably just a lone wanderer. We do get them occasionally. And it's not a mass exodus, which is the main thing, which again happens sometimes. But yeah, we're okay. The other issue we've had lately, the other issue is the bullet ants keep escaping. Oh, that's not good. The bullet ants they're not real bullet ants, they're the Asian bullet ants, but they still do pack quite a punch. And they're not the type of ants you want walking around your bedroom. And we have found quite a few. They also found their way into the trapjaw tank, and I did find at least one dead trapjaw. Absolute nightmare. I managed to get 3 bullet ants out of the trapjaw tank, and I haven't seen them since. I have, though, seen and fed the trapjaws, and they're completely fine and happy, apart from the few that were dead, obviously. So bullet ants getting out and about, it's completely my fault. Basically, where I put the light fixture back on, I hadn't reapplied the talcum powder correctly. There was a little gap, and one of the plant leaves had lent onto the gap, basically, and they were just walking up the plant leaf onto the light fixture, and there you go. Even though they're really bad at climbing, they were able to get out. They're the one colony I've never really concerned about them getting out, and they got out all around the room, and it wasn't fun, and it wasn't cool, and I spent a whole day watching the trapjaws very carefully. And it is what it is. So I am going to turn this camera off. And so 2 seconds. You're going to see my back, apparently. I'll try and do it so you're not like completely out of camera. Right. So now we want to do that. And that. Oi. Not that. There we go. There we go. Right. Right. We are still here, apparently. That's the main thing. Right. That is super hot as well. Right. There we go. Hello, everyone. You got the whole me and all of me. Nothing but me. I don't know. What am I even talking about? I have got a second camera, actually, which is on a really long wire, so I can run about with it anywhere, but it's not that great quality, and I expect this is already very blurry because it will be a little while until we get the engineers round. You know what it's like, especially when you move into a new place. I've literally just finished moving today. It's been an absolute nightmare. I've completely done myself in. This heat, whoa, it's been hot. The hottest, like hardest move I've ever had to do because it's just so hot. I've sweated buckets. I've had to stop and rest, and it's nearly killed me, but we've done it, and we have moved. And like I said, all the ants are now in the ant corner. If I pan around a little bit, I mean, it's a little bit. Oh, good evening, Dino. Thanks for joining. Good evening, Tracy. Thanks for joining. I mean, it's a little bit kind of, the lights aren't great and whatnot, but I've got lights all around. I've got my line of medals up there, obviously. We won't go into them. Won't go into it. So we got all the colonies. We got below hand, I've got all my business stuff. Above hand, I've got all my own stuff. Over there, we got my colony of Raceus Niger. Right, so we're going to talk a little bit about them. Yeah, Dean, Ant Ramblings is going to be staying at the same place as us and all the rest of the staff and everything like that. We'll talk about it privately afterwards, because it's not the sort of thing I want to just tell the entire world, if you know what I mean, because you don't know who might decide to turn up. I don't know. You hear those stories about people on Facebook saying, "Oh, I'm having a party," and like the next thing you know is everyone's there for a party. Let's see if. No, that didn't really help, did it? That did absolutely nothing. I give up. Let's move the camera. There we go. Let there be light and all of that. So yeah, my Lasius niger over there, I've been a little bit concerned about them for a while. Like I say, their numbers have dropped massively. There's a big pile of dead in the corner that I need to remove and get rid of. Their numbers have dropped massively, and they were a really decent, strong colony. I'm not sure if the queen has passed away, which would obviously mean the end of the colony, and it's going to suck because it's Amy's colony. It's not actually one of mine, it's Amy's. But sometimes it just happens, and there's no reason for it, you know what I mean? It just happens. So today, looking at them, they drink so much water as well, way more water than any colony that I own. They literally just drink and drink and drink. So I was looking in there earlier, and they pretty much emptied their water test tube at the minute. I'm not even using little towers. I'm giving them whole test tubes at a time because they just devour their water. And I was looking earlier, and believe it or not, I think I saw a Lasius niger worker running with an egg, which would obviously mean that the queen is still alive and well in the colony, and it's just a massive... I'm guessing we had like a massive boom in population, and that whole generation has died off. I don't know. It's just weird how many did die. Like there's so many chambers there, but half of them are empty. You know what I mean? I'm gonna... Where's the other camera? Aha. Completely the other side of the room. Camera on a wire. Right, let's go this way. See if I can set him up. Ooh, kind of here. Ooh. No, I don't know what there's going to be like, so you're going to have to bear with me, and we shall change between cameras. A little bit, kind of. It's there. You can... Right, hold on. I mean, you can kind of see what's going on. It's visible enough. So there's loads of chambers. Yeah, I know, Dean. I've literally just changed out of my vest because I'm sweating and I don't want to ruin my vest. But yeah, these are my strongman shirts. I get them for my competitions. So there's loads of chambers there. I'm going to change it back because I don't like that camera. Loads of chambers there, but most of them are fairly empty now. Now they were full beforehand, and it looked really cool. And now most of the chambers are empty. It's kind of like, oh dear. So I'm hoping that I am feeding them well, and they are still taking on loads of protein. So it's not like they stopped. Can't see any eggs or larvae or anything in the nest, so it's kind of weird. Whatever. But like I said, I think I saw one running about with an egg earlier. So I'm just going to wait and see. But on to the next subject, which is kind of carrying on from that. I was given something. Wait there. It's not like you're going to go anywhere because you're kind of watching the screen, but wait there. So, I've been given one of these. Now, everyone knows these are kind of like a gimmick, really. Not everyone knows. Ant keepers know. They're not really suitable for housing a colony. Like, long-term, they're just not great. But, now, you see where that is? There is an extension port. So, my Lasius niger in the T-shaped formicarium, which have dug their nest in a sand formicarium, I'm going to attach that when it's necessary, not anytime soon. I will attach that as a second nest and make use of it. Yeah. See, like, they're not great for hydrating, which you don't really have to worry about if you use the sand and clay mix that I use. Once it's watered once, it tends to harden up a bit. So I'll just kind of do that and seal it in or whatever. I'll make it work. I'm quite excited to use it. Like I say, it's one of those I wouldn't advise using on its own as an ant colony. I don't think you can even feed them in there. but having it attached to the main nest and outworld area, why not? It's just another area for them to dig into. Happy, happy days. Now, when I was given that, I was also given a worm world and airline like yeah, that's really good. Like a straw going down. Yeah, I like things like that. It's a brilliant idea. But yeah, worm world. So I have had worm farms before, but not actually one like this. So I'm going to give it a go. It looks pretty cool. Worm farms are easy goes. Can't really go wrong with it. For ages 5 and up, I like that. I can probably just about handle it, and if I break it, it's because my hands are too heavy. I don't know, but yeah, cool. I'm excited to do these things. Like, it's not very often that I get given something like that. I get given some things, but not generally stuff like that. So that was nice. And the person that sent them to me was just like, I would never expect them to have given it to me. It was a family member, I will say, and they were just like, I've got these. Do you want them? I was like, yeah, actually, I'll have that. Why not? Yeah, go for it. Cool. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. That's not going to probably happen. Let's say they may not be at that stage in growth for a little while. Um, After that drop off, they go probably next year, if not the year after. I was when the nest was all full. God, I'm so warm. When it was all full and all the chambers were busy, I was thinking I'm going to need to expand it soon. But now all the chambers are empty. Like, they probably going to take a year or so to recover. Like, that's optimistic as well. Ants can take a little while. It can take a while, especially if they're in low number stages. They take a little bit longer. Yeah, how is everyone's colonies? That's a great question, Katrina. God, I just lost my brain completely. Um, yeah, how is everyone's colonies? How's everyone's colonies doing in this heat? I am suffering in this heat. Oh, we haven't even changed the banner. That's silly of me, wasn't it? Let's put on this banner. Good evening, Quippy. Up and down. Well, that's not great. Need to check on your queens again, or should leave them? Leave them. I check on queens. Like, if I just catch them, the ones that I caught during nuptial flights, I won't check until September. Early to mid September, 8 to 9 weeks, maybe even 10 weeks after you catch them. You can almost guarantee they'll have workers then. Workers, they can go a few days to a week without food after they've hatched. They don't need to eat instantly, although it is preferable. So you know what I mean. Don't worry too much. If they laid within the first like day or so of you catching them, then yes, look after 8 to 9 weeks. If they took a little longer, look 9 to 10 weeks. You know what I mean? I never rush. Like, there's no point. But then I have got, like, you're not able to see because of the light, but there's quite a few colonies in test tubes there. So I've kind of lost that excitement of it, if you know what I mean. The minute they get workers, it's like, right, cool, let's do that. Can you feed any queens, first workers, any pre-kill? Can you feed any queens and first workers? Yeah, you put anything pre-kill, pretty much. Yeah, there's not much that they won't eat. You know what I mean? I tend to do a tiny bit of waxworm and a tiny drop of sugars or snaps or honey, whatever I'm using at the time for the rest of the colonies. When they're in those early stages, they really don't need a lot at all. Literally half a waxworm, quarter of a waxworm, that's more than enough for them. And I tend to leave a gap between doing the protein feeds and the carbohydrate feeds. I don't want their social stomachs to be full of carbohydrates when I'm trying to feed them proteins. And it just allows, process the food, get your next meal. And I find that tends to work better. Although when they get into the stronger phases, or if you're power feeding, then just keep going. It's completely different in that sense. But like that's different, and that's a bit more, like I say, for larger colonies. Do heads, tails, and middles. So I work it. Yeah, that's perfect, Dean. Yeah, mealworms exactly the same as waxworms. Literally 1, 2, 3, like Dean said, or cut them in half. Depends on the length of the mealworm. If you can get 4 out of it, do it. They only need a tiny little amount. You think how small the ants are. Think their stomachs are even tinier. You know what I mean? Now I'm just gonna cough 1 second. Whoa, nearly lost a lung. So yeah, literally just chop them up, nice and small. That's all they need. They'll tell you if they need more, because when you go to get it, it'll be completely hollow. You know, a waxworm would be gone, but mealworms and stuff, they'll completely hollow it out, and then feed them the carbohydrates. So you can't, like, don't worry too much. You know what I mean? You'll get the hang of it. Like, you start doing it more regularly, it just becomes natural. You know what I mean? All my value bottles have died in the scab colony. Hopefully, they've polished them all off. Yeah, yummy maggots. Num 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 num. See, I've actually put quite a few waxworms and stuff, a couple of roaches into the mantis enclosure. Like I say, I'm not going to be here for a couple of days to keep an eye on them. So they'll just kind of be there for when he, she, it gets around to it. And I've waiting and waiting. I've put a waxworm in for Mr. T, our tarantula, and he's got super close, but he's not quite there. And he really doesn't care, to be honest. It looks like he doesn't really. No, he's not bothered at all. But he's kind of having a look at it, probably because it's wiggling right in front of his web that he's built, his home. Is it a home? Yeah, it is his home. It is his home. He lives there, so it is a home. But I'm really hoping that he feeds on that tonight, just for peace of mind for me. Um, yeah, everything else is going really well in the ant corner at the minute, apart from it's so hot. I'm spraying down everything. I've got water humidifiers and all sorts going on, just to keep everything at the right temperature and humidity. As you can see, I am literally dripping, suffering with the heat. Who wants to play a duck race? If we look at the river long enough, it might cool us down. Warning, we are due thunderstorms though. What's that about? Apparently on Tuesday, which is my birthday. It's never thunderstorms on my birthday. Look, what is going on with the world? When there's thunderstorms on my birthday, you know the world's falling apart. It's not cool. On another note, on my birthday, usually, right, is like almost countrywide is carnival week. Like there's a carnival almost every town or whatever countrywide. I know my hometown, quite a lot of other towns have it the same week as my birthday. And you know what it is? It's because it's my birthday. So Dean's number 3 for the duck race. I better start loading it up instead of just chatting rubbish to you all the time. Duck race number generator. It is brilliant. Everyone should have a go at doing their own duck race at home. Give it a go. Have fun. I'm just gonna do that. How many people have we got playing tonight? We've got 6 people in the chat, so I doubt we're gonna get all 6 playing because I don't know. Some people just never join in with it. It'd be brilliant if we could. We're gonna go for 6 ducks and a 2-minute duck race. I'm going to mute you again because I'm going to cough my lungs up. 1 second. Woo! Yeah, that was good. That was good. Good evening, Antisocial. Thank you for joining us. Right, I need to add in this and add in that and do this and that and that and this and that and this. There we go. See, it flicks me back onto the other screen, but it hasn't even put it up on screen. So do your job, man. Right, here you go. There we go. It might be a bit blurry. It might be a bit laggy. We will do our best. And Yeah. Right. So we got Dean number 3, Antisocial number 4, and Katrina as number 1. If anyone else wants to join in, you're more than welcome to join in as we go. Let's have a little look at the ducks that we've got. We've got Plain Duck in number 1. Plain Duck is going to team up with Plain Duck number 5. They work together as a team that dastardly. They try and take everyone else down, but they generally fail. Their plans never go to plan. We got Unicorn Rainbow Duck sort of thing, whatever the duck that is. Legendary duck on the race course. Very rarely loses. And when it does lose, it's because it's actually a fair race and no one's got an upper hand. We got Pink Stripey or Pink Zigzag Duck. Not often we see this race on this duck on the races. It's a nice change, you know. We got, I like to call this like Rio Duck. It makes me think of Brazil and stuff. We're going to call it Rio. And we got Royalty Duck in number 6. Now, King Duck there, he's missing his queen. She's probably waiting for him at the finish with a little hanky. Now, go on, King Duck. So let's get the race underway and stop holding it up for King Duck. Let's go. So we got 1, 4, and 3. 1, 4, and 3. So we got King Duck straight out for his Mrs. Duck, Queen Duck. The other duck, his spouse. I've already started getting birthday cards. How cool is that? I'm not going to say who that's from, but I've got a birthday card. And you know what's really weird and really funny, right? My kids are watching. I can hear them listening to it in another room. Good evening, children. It's a little bit late, and we have got an early start tomorrow, so probably not worth staying up too much later, dear darlings. I think it's the children and not the wife, anyways. Go on. Number 3 is doing very well, closely followed by number 6. Number 1 coming up on the outside. Okay, it's my oldest daughter is watching because she is saying she's watching. I can hear her. I think she can even comment now as well. If you can comment, you're to comment, darling. But don't stay up past 10. You're the oldest, so I'll allow that. Right, anyways. Last few seconds, here we go. Number 6 holding the lead at the moment. Oh, out of nowhere came number 5. All coming up to the finish. All coming up. And the win is taken by number 5. Duck number 5 there. Well done. That wasn't anyone's duck, was it? Well done to that duck. The Lone Ranger. He doesn't need any supporters or backing. He just smashes it. Oh dear. If you haven't yet, make sure you get some tickets to the raffle. The tickets, you can find them on the website under the merchandise. Raffle tickets, £2.50 a ticket, or £10 for 5 tickets. There's so many prizes. We've got ant colonies, isopod colonies, loads of different formicarium stuff donated by Best Ants UK, High Tech Ants, loads of stuff. I'm not going to go into it all now because there's just loads of prizes. I even need to update all the prizes on the website because they keep getting added to. So there's going to be like 8, 9, 10 winners called out on the day. So make sure that you get a raffle ticket because there's good chances of winning something. You know what I mean? Do it. Don't miss out. We call in the winners live on the main stage at 3:30. It will be streamed live. So even if you're not at the event, you can buy a ticket, you can win, find out that you've won, and we will post it to you free of charge. So go and buy your raffle tickets. Of course, if you want to come along to the exhibition, we still have plenty of tickets for the exhibition. There will be tickets available on the door on the day as well. We're going to try and get it nicely signposted and whatnot all around the local area, so it's nice and easy to find us. And yeah, it's going to be an awesome day. I'm going to be streaming the whole event live on all these channels, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, that we are currently broadcasting on. It's on a Saturday, not a Sunday, which kind of takes us out of our normal routine of Wednesdays and Sundays, but it's just for this and every other event in the future. So it's 13 days away, 13 days until the exhibition. That is crazy close. I'm super excited. Super scared that, like, I don't know, it's just one of those things, makes you nervous, you know what I mean? But it's super cool, and I'm super excited about the whole thing. I can't wait. And obviously there's so much more in the plans in the background, but we're not going into that. You can find out all about future exhibitions on the Great Ant exhibition. On that day, I hope to release a fair bit of information and probably how you can get hold of some tickets to the next exhibition, which is going to be even bigger. But that's all you're going to know for now. I'm not saying any more because I've got several of my mods in here and they'll all tell me off. But yeah, so don't miss out on the raffle. Loads of great prizes. Not worth missing out on. But if I could, I would buy some myself, but I think it would be a little bit off if I'm there calling the winners and I won some. Thank you for posting that link there, Dino. That's very helpful of you. So what else have I got down to talk about tonight? Oh yeah. I need to tell everyone. I should have done it when there was more people watching, but oh well. No shipping now until the 22nd. I have a couple of orders that are going out first thing in the morning, but if you order from this point, it will not get sent out until the 22nd. Okay? And that's obviously if the temperatures are right, but they should be fine. But 22nd is my next posting date. We're having a bit of time off. I actually haven't had time off, right? We worked it out. In about 20 years, I've never taken time off in all my working life, and before that, I never had a break either. So about 20 years. So this is a well-deserved little break for me. A few days off of work. It's going to be spectacular, to be honest. I'd like to say I'm going to sleep lots, but I've got 3 kids, which I'm not going to sleep lots. Some way I'm going to be doing stuff with the kids. So yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be lovely. It'll be absolutely brilliant. And then the exhibition, I'm going to treat that as a little mini break for myself. Although I will be working like a madman on the day. If you are coming to the exhibition, please do come over and say hello. I'm going to be doing the tickets on the door to start with, but if you're not there for like the first half an hour, or if you don't get, I'm only going to be there for about half an hour, then I'm going to be swapping with someone because I've got other jobs to do. So yeah, come find me, say hello. I'll be running about like a madman, but I will talk to everyone who comes to say hello. Don't be offended if I cannot remember your name upon seeing your face. Quite a lot of people have multiple aliases. Some people, I haven't seen your face, but you've seen me a million times. So I expect, like, I've already been warned that people are going to come up to me and know who I am, and I ain't going to have a clue. So if that happens, don't be offended. I don't mean nothing by it. I love you all equally, but I don't know everyone's face to name yet. And even when I do, I'll probably forget. You know what my brain's like. If it's not like ant related, it's just gone. I nearly dislocated my shoulder doing that. That wouldn't be good, would it? Name badges. Right, so Dean, I thought about name badges, right? And I kind of thought, yeah. If anyone wants to wear a name badge with like their business thing, I did think that, like, but then I don't know, it just kind of, I don't know, like something on a lanyard maybe, just to say I am this, I don't know. Maybe you need to message me. Oh, we've got 13 days left. I could probably message me. We could sort something. Just look for the guy in a vest. Yeah, I will be in my vest, believe it or not. I can't. Right, so I might wear something a little bit smarter for my main speech as I open the whole event, because I kind of want it to be like a moment to remember. You know what I mean? I want to look the part and look smart for it, and then I'll strip off to my vest and be my normal self. But you know what I mean? Like, it's a big thing for me. It's my first event. It's huge, and it's, you know, the support we've got as well. Like, even if, like, oh wow, yeah, I can't even go into it, but we've got some really great support from outside communities, um, things and people and doodads and everything else. So the next show is going to be absolutely amazing again. And my amazing committee, um, questioning me on everything that I put forward, helpful because it makes sure that we get it right. And they're really helpful to me to bounce off them. So the next one is going to be absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Creepy. That's very kind of you. Excuse me. Those shirts that we looked at doing, I do have a mock up of them. And for anyone that's interested in seeing, send me a message because I haven't had time to put it up on the website or anything like that yet. But I have had the mock ups ready, got pictures, all of that. Like, I can send you pictures and you can go, actually, I don't like that. Because that's kind of what I did. But I have a very specific taste in t shirts, believe it or not. My t shirt, well, I don't really wear color. Like I say, all of these. This one's for my Dorset Strongest Man competition. All of my color T-shirts I've been given. Basically, I just generally wear black or white. But the problem with the black is because the logo needed a big white background and things. You'll see. Like I say, send me a message specifically on one of my social medias and just say, can I see the t-shirts? Because I cannot remember. I won't remember after this stream who messages me about it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, send me a message saying, let me know the t-shirt. See, I did look at grey, Katrina. Grey looks really nice. I might, in fact, for my next one, not go with white and I'll go with grey instead. It's a bit easier to keep it clean as well. So yeah, he likes done with no sleeves. Yeah, Dean, right. So when I was like, I think I was about 7 when I first started wearing vests, and I've never turned back. Like, even this feels weird. It's like it's around my arms, and when I'm training, and I'm like twice as big as I am now, it's tight around the arms. You know what I mean? Like right now, I've got some space, but when I get a bit bigger and put on some muscle, it gets a bit tight. I don't like the feel on the shoulders and the neck, and I'm too hot. I don't know. I just like vests. It's just my thing. Like, I don't know, what do you wear? T-shirt? Why do you wear t-shirts? Yeah, Dean. Oh dear. So we're just gonna throw that behind me because we've actually gone off the list completely. The list is gone. You were 7 when you stopped. Yeah. See, kids wear them underneath, don't they? And like, I used to do it with my kids. We'd put them in a vest, and then my missus would go to put a t-shirt on over the top of her. But no, she's fine as she is. And she's like, you can't. Yeah, kids. Yeah, yeah. Start them young, they'll be fine. You know. So no, it never really happened. Although Amy, yeah, she wears a few of my vests. Kayla, I think, wears a few. I think the wife might have worn one once, and then like, I don't know, probably never again. A little bit weird for girls in my vests, you know, like, or men's vests. Nothing really fits well. We won't go into it because we're before 10 o'clock, but it doesn't fit, does it? I'm just going, making sure that I am not missing anything in the chat tonight. Who here has checked out Predatory Exotics video about the Great Ant exhibition? It's pretty good. I mean, not just the fact that I'm in it, although I am. No, it was really cool of them to do the little segment video on the Great Ant exhibition. They are coming to the exhibition to film. They're coming in early with all the traders and vendors whilst we're doing the setting up. They're going to be filming the event, interviews, and yeah, it's going to be really cool meeting them. I've watched Predatory Exotics since before I started my channel, I think. Maybe close. But yeah, it's strange because I actually emailed them and asked questions about vampire crabs, I think it was. And they, you know, I don't think they've clicked that I'm the same person that was inquiring about the vampire crabs. So that's quite amusing, isn't it? But I really hyped up about them coming. It's gonna be cool to meet them. It's gonna be absolutely amazing to meet everyone. And that, to be honest, that's the bit I'm most excited about. Like we could do away with the trade area, we could do away with the exhibits and stages and everything. Get everyone in the room, and I'd be happy. Yeah, it's gonna be a great night, great day. Sorry, not night. Sorry, that's me thinking about 10. Very busy day for me, very busy night. I have only just started. So after this stream, which we are going to be calling it fairly soon, because as you saw, I've ran out of things to talk about. After this stream, I've got a million other things to do. I've got to feed every single colony you can see behind me. Enough food for a couple of days, basically. Water, sugars, and protein. So it's going to be a long night. That's not even all of what I've got to do. I've got a lot more to do. But make sure you all send me those messages if you want to see the t-shirts or any other information. The raffle, check out the raffle. Don't miss out on the raffle. Seriously, I mean that because it's pretty phenomenal. Like I said, I'd love to take part in that. But I can't, obviously. Um, Oh, is that the video link? Thank you very much, Dean. See, Dean's very good at that. I've never been able to. Well, I probably could. He's just got the brain for it, I suppose. Oh look, my phone has just told me that I'm live. It's like, did you know that you're live? Thank you for that alert, Mr. Phone. I have a thing about calling things Mr. Phone and Mr. T and whatever, Mr. Krabs. We got loads of crabs at the minute. I'm thinking that big tank. Oh, have you seen? We got another big tank up there. That's a new addition since the last week's stream. So I'm thinking I might make that into a half crab, half something else. We're gonna have to wait and see what I have planned. I've obviously got this big Exoterra next to me as well. I've got a few plans, few ideas. I'm in no rush, Mr. Rock. Yeah, right. I'm in no rush to fill these tanks. Like they can sit there and wait until it's time. So we'll wait and see. I've got a few different ideas, but I do need to do something about the crabs because I have way more crabs than I can handle. Someone's going to clip that. I know it. But yeah, we do have quite a few crabs in there at the minute. Probably between 8 and 10. Medium to large size crabs. Leaf cutters, no, I'm not going to be putting leaf cutters in a big tank like that. Although, yeah, I'm not saying nothing. Secret. Dean, you want my crabs? I can give you my crabs, mate. Oh, mate, it just sounds so bad, doesn't it? Right. Yeah. Like as always, send me a message because on these streams I cannot take it in who wants what. Everyone asking for something or other. I don't know. Send me a message with your requests. No, but seriously, yeah. If you seriously, if you want a couple, we will talk about it and definitely sort it out. It's not an issue. Yeah, I know, creepy. We won't go into it, or should I just go into it? Right, moderators. Should I, Dean? You know what's happening. Should I? I'll leave that one for Dean to decide. What else was I going to say? I can't remember. You're going to start a massive frog tank. That's going to be very cool. See, I know quite a few Which bit? Like Dean said, nope, I won't do it. Don't worry, Katrina. Dean's quite strict on me like that, but someone needs to be because I'm just wild if no one's like taking charge. Right. I've got a mate locally who has loads of tree frogs and things like that. Actually, they're super cool. I don't know if I'd have them myself. I might do if the opportunity came about it, but it's not something that I particularly like go out of my way to get. You know what I mean? Yeah, I try not to give it away. I try not to give anything away, but you know what I'm like. I get super excited like a kid, and I am just a big kid, really. Yeah, it is true. Lots of people do steal my ideas, and that's why I should be more secretive about it as such. Um, but as we know, I've always got, if I'm talking about one project, I've always got another 20 that I'm working on that you're not going to hear about. So they never steal everything, Dean. You know that. Don't worry. Oh, mate, over the next few months, I think people are going to be guessing left, right, and centre, aren't they? Um, you know what I've got planned like over the next few months. We've got a few different things happening. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be big and explosive and everything else that I kind of do. Because if you know me by now. I don't do anything small. I don't do it by house. If I'm going to do it, I go kind of all out, diving in head first, and I work it all out whilst I'm on the go. So that's just the way I work, and it always tends to work. Not always works for me, but 90% of the time things work out if I do it like that. When it came to moving, I left it to the very point where it was like, right, now it's time to pack. Boom, boom, boom. And it's just, smash it out. Yeah, exactly. Watch this space. We got so much planned for the Ants on the Rock brand. It's, never ending, um, but we love it. I enjoy the impact it's having on certain things. We've had some great support letters from um, different groups, and obviously David Attenborough. But yeah, just we're getting lots of support because the educational, like, I'm not in this for the money. Anyone that knows me knows I'm not about the money at all. As long as I got a roof over my head and food in front of me and the kids are happy, it's not about money. So these events, I say, completely non-profit. I'm just pumping money into it at the minute, um, and it's more about the educating and showing off what is, what the hobby's all about, what the ants can be doing. Uh, you'll be popping out in five. Katrina, we might well be ending in like 5 or 10 anyways. Okay. Um, so yeah, we're getting loads of support about the educating side that we're doing, and I think that is like that's always what I've been about: bringing the communities together, telling everyone about the ants, going, "Hey, we're here too." You know what I mean? Hello, we're the ant keepers. I'm the only no. Yeah, creepy. That's funny. Isn't it? We've actually got 8 people watching, but I think only 5 are on YouTube. We have a couple on the other channels. But it is odd. See, we went from having like a regular 20 or so viewers to just the a few. But it's not an issue. To be honest, I think it comes a lot down to who I'm interviewing as well. If I have an interview, we tend to get a much wider audience come in. And when I don't, you awesome few just tend to sign in and listen to me ramble for about an hour or so. You're not Billy, no, mate. It's not at all. When when we have room for more moderators, when we need more, when the chat starts going again, maybe we'll ask you, Creepy. You've been here quite a while, and you're obviously, what's the word? Dedicated? Is that the right word? You know what I mean. So yeah, definitely, we'll give you a shout when we need more. Or if you want to swap onto one of the other platforms, you could moderate one of the other platforms. You're more than welcome to. We always need more moderators on the other platforms. YouTube kind of gets not hogged, that's the wrong word, but YouTube gets a lot of attention compared to the other ones. In fact, our Twitch has now reached 51, 52-ish followers. If we had like that's the number that you can apply for affiliate. Now, I'm not going to do that because if you do affiliate, you can't stream on multiple platforms. They're really funny about it. So here I am. I'm streaming on multiple platforms, and we're building following on Twitch as well, which is really weird and difficult because they're mainly into gaming on Twitch. It's not so much an ant place or insect, but it's not so much a place for, but they enjoy the chat show. And it's always, no worries at all, creepy. It's always nice to have people on Twitch as well chatting. Like you guys on YouTube don't get to see it. Now I do. I did have a thing set up that I could bring up all the Twitch chat on screen, but they wouldn't be able to see your chat. I couldn't do it with YouTube. So, and it would just be so confusing having the two different chats rolling at the same time. As it is in front of me, I actually get all the chat for YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook in one long stream, and it just shows me where it all comes from. So I'm actually here monitoring all three at the moment. So hello those people on Twitch. So yeah, it's really cool. We've had a couple of likes on Facebook as well. One of the heart emojis. That's always nice. If you want to do that, it always helps just get it spread about more. You know what I mean? The more reactions and likes and stuff, the more they share it on the platforms. There you go. Thank you, Dean, for sharing the Twitch link. See, Twitch is cool. I don't do anything specifically for Twitch at the minute. We were doing like couple hour long feeds throughout the days and whatnot. When I'm a little bit less hectic, I'll probably start that up again because it takes only 30 seconds to set up a camera, but it all depends on quality and you know what I mean. So yeah, there is that option. Cool. There is that option. But either way, we'll make it work, won't we? So right, it's a little bit early, just a few minutes early, but I am going to call it the end of the stream because I am so hot right now. If I don't get some water, I'm probably going to pass out. It is literally roasting in here. And I've got the window shut because the noise from outside and there's no air and the doors are shut and it's getting hotter and hotter. And to be fair, it's coming up towards 31 degrees in that tank at the moment. So I need to spray some cold water in the tanks, cool them down, and bring it back to the right environment. So it's been an absolute pleasure, as it always is. Please do sign in for another stream. We are here every Wednesday and Sunday forever until the end of May, basically. Not actually the Sunday after the Great Ant Exhibition. We're going to be doing it on the Saturday for that Great Ant Exhibition. 13 days from now, not long now. Grab your tickets, grab your raffle tickets, all of that, which I have said, haven't said. You know it all already. Make sure you're doing it, whatever it is. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've really enjoyed this one. I will probably, if you're not hearing back from me much after tomorrow, it's because I'm busy doing something for a few days. I will get back to absolutely every message that I am sent, though. You know me, I never really switch off properly. I'll still be there on Wednesday night streaming, although it's going to be a little bit different. We'll see what happens. We'll play it by ear, as we always do. And it's going to be great fun. I hope. So I'm going to go do all the other things I need to do. Start feeding all these other colonies that haven't been fed yet. Literally, you can't see it. I need to turn the lights off, but all of those shelves at the bottom, it's just test tubes and test tubes and test tubes and quite a lot of stock that I've got at the moment. So just got to make sure they're all well looked after. So, can't remember what else I was going to say. Get at me if you need me. I'm on all those social medias, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Discord, Patreon, and I'm sure there's some more. Twitter, I think I've said, I don't know. We're on all of them pretty much. We're going to get on some weird Chinese ones at some point because why not? Yeah, massive thank you to our Patreon supporters, Stacey, Katrina, and Jason. Absolutely spectacular that you continue to support us in that way. And a massive thank you to our sponsors, Answer Us and Valhalla Martial Arts. Again, absolutely amazing that you support us in the way that you do and support what we're trying to do. I think that's about everything. I normally forget something. I normally go, I should have said that, but I think that's everything. So as always for me, I love you all. I'll see you again very, very soon. Good night.